Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow entrepreneurs, a very warm welcome at AIM Congress 2025 here in Abu Dhabi. My name is Ahlam Gharbawi, and I have the privilege of serving as your MC for the next 3 days. On behalf of the AIM organization, we extend our appreciation for your presence today. Over the next 3 days, we will explore smart, sustainable, and future-ready pathways shaping global manufacturing. To our speakers, thank you for lending us your expertise and insights. And to our audience, thank you for being here and contributing to this vibrant exchange of ideas. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming our moderator for the first session, Mr. John Hanna, Managing Director at GDP Global. Yeah, you're welcome. Please. And now, I'm honored to introduce our distinguished panelists, Dr. Geeta Gujaran, Site Head, Global Pharma. Dr. Geeta? Oh, okay. Well, we'll proceed with the next one. Mr. Khalid Abulal, CEO, Pharma Consumer, UAE. His Excellency Ruben Simonian, Deputy Minister, High-Tech Industry, Republic of Armenia. And Mr. Bhuvan Chetty, Business Director, Robert Bosch, Middle East. And Dr. Geeta Gujaran, Site Head, Global Pharma. Let's give them a warm applause.
Thank you very much indeed, ma'am, for that wonderful introduction. Very efficient. And thank you all very much for attending this particular panel session on global manufacturing trends. And we're actually 2 minutes ahead of schedule, but we are missing one panelist. So if anybody wants to join in and we still got a spare seat, ask the organizer and we'll have you up here on the stage, because we know that there's a lot of expertise in this whole event, and I'm sure also in this room. So we look forward to your views, your opinions, and even questions to our panel members on the themes we're going to discuss today. So this is a great pillar of the AIM Congress, Global Manufacturing, a new wave of globalized investment. The landscape for manufacturing globally is changing. And in particular, I'm sure you would agree, we can see not only technology changing everything in manufacturing, but also the opportunity for innovation and collaboration to come together for new manufacturing solutions. Are you okay there, Your Excellency? Oh, excellent. Okay. They're being lined up here. I hope they're sitting in the right place. Okay. So we're looking at trends in this panel session. The things that we know from Industry 4.0, I would say, but we're actually going to move on and consider what is Manufacturing 5.0. We're going to be talking about technologies such as additive manufacturing, 3D printing. Those are things that are very important in many aspects of manufacturing, and we'll ask relevant colleagues here for their experiences in that. We'll be looking at sustainable manufacturing, green manufacturing, and the drive to stimulate net zero emissions, and how technology, innovation, big data, artificial intelligence can help in that regard. We'll be looking at AI-powered supply chain analytics, everything to manage the global supply chains. I think I can know at least 2 colleagues here have got expertise over many years in that regard. And we'll also be looking at blockchain. Blockchain has been talked about for a long time, but manufacturing is only gradually getting into it. So let's see if we can debunk some of the ideas behind blockchain and see how it helps to provide improved transparency in the whole business process. And there are also some exciting new developments. For example, digital twins is an amazing concept, and I know we have at least a couple of experts here who would love to talk with you, share their experiences about that. So we've had the introduction to our panelists, but I'd like them to say a few words to explain a bit more about themselves. Let me start with Mr. Bhuvan Shetty, the gentleman nearest to me, Global Business Director of Robert Bosch Middle East, with more than 19 years of experience, including Business Director as technology, a leader in innovation. And before we do that, maybe I could just introduce our esteemed guest here, His Excellency. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. His Excellency Zaid bin Awaida Al-Kubasi. Excuse me for making a terrible mess of your name, sir.
It's okay.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
It's okay.
His Excellency is CEO of Abu Dhabi Investment Group here in the Emirate. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So let me start with Mr. Bhuvan Shetty to take a minute or so to introduce yourself, sir.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bhuvan Shetty, Business Director at Bosch. So with more than 19 years of industry experience, I've been taking care of a lot of global leadership roles like Business Director, Technology Leadership, and Entrepreneur. My expertise spans across practice building, business incubation, global strategic partnership building, business development, and sales. So I'm a firm believer and a strong advocate of technologies like the cloud, IoT, digital twins, and AI, which will drive digital transformation and will make the organization challenge them to think about disruptive business models in these areas. So it's my honor to be there here today. I'm looking forward to the panel discussion.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Bhuvan. Next to you is Ms. Geeta Gujaran, who is site head for Global Pharma. And there's a lie in your bio. It says 25 plus years experience. It can't be possible. But no, seriously, you have covered every aspect of global manufacturing and local production. So, Ms. Geeta Gujaran, could you introduce yourself a bit better than I can?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Geeta Gujaran, site head for Global Pharma. As you mentioned, I'm actually 25 years almost completing in Global Pharma with different departments, right from R&D. My career started in R&D, but then later to formulation, quality control, quality assurance, technology transfers, and then utilities engineering. So overall manufacturing, complete manufacturing of pharma side. So I work for Global Pharma. Global Pharma is the first manufacturing company, pharmaceutical manufacturing company in Dubai. And it has 3 manufacturing units. One is producing penicillin, one is general products, one herbal products. So looking forward for this discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That's wonderful. Can I just check if you can hear our panelists in the room? No problem? A little bit higher. Okay. It might be good just to bring the microphone a bit closer to you because there's a lot of background noise. Hopefully we'll be able to hear you all very well. Okay, so the next to you, ma'am, is, of course, Mr. Khaled Abdul Al, CEO of MPL Pharmaceuticals. If you're from the Emirates, you may well know of MPL. And for the last 17 years, Mr. Khaled has been responsible in just about every area of this amazing business. So, Mr. Khaled, please, a few words from yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Khaled Abdul Al, and I'm the CEO of the Pharma Consumer Division of MPC. MPC is one of the leading pharmaceutical healthcare distributor in the United Arab Emirates. And probably we are one of the oldest as well. We have been in the market for the last 55 years. We're responsible about like 25% of the total UAE pharmaceutical distribution, with a similar percentage in terms of the healthcare and medical equipment there. MPC started as a retail pharmacy, and the name was Modern Pharmaceutical Company, but we changed the name afterwards to MPC. to enhance our presence and being into the healthcare sector. Of course, it's very important because distribution is a major part, major element of the manufacturing distribution in order to deliver the product safely to our patient in UAE. So I'm really excited to be here today, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khaled. Thank you. And he and I are actually both from the same business school. Anybody else here from Cardiff Business School, the University of Wales? They produce the best MBAs.
All
yes?
right.
Thank you. Okay. Next to you, sir, is His Excellency Mr. Ruben, or Dr. Ruben Simeyan, Deputy Minister of High-Tech Industry of the Republic of Armenia. His Excellency is not only a leading politician, well known in the country, but he is also well known around Armenia as a major business, a highly experienced business executive with over 20 years of experience in telecoms and engineering. But to tell us more, sir, please, thank you.
Hello, thank you. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yeah, so actually I'm a PhD in telecommunication and I have started my journey as an engineer in telecom company. So then for 10 years after working in the telecom company with mobile focus, I joined another engineering strong company, National Instruments, or former National Instruments, which is now Emerson. And I was leading projects in semicon and automotive and aerospace. For the last years, I was leading a team of guys which were working and covering the projects in, related to the autonomous vehicles and electrification. And now, for more than 1 year, I'm responsible for the high-tech industry of Armenia. I'm responsible for the policy making in the high-tech sector of Armenia and education as well in STEM, which is related to the industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister. Much appreciated. And our final panelist for this session is, as I mentioned earlier, His Excellency Zayed bin Awaida Al Kubaisi, CEO of the Abu Dhabi Investment Group. Your Excellency, could you please give a bigger introduction for yourself?
Sure. My name is Zayed bin Awaida. I am the CEO of ADIG, Abu Dhabi Investment Group, the first holding company in UAE. Started before UAE, maybe in 1958. And our ex-chairman and the founder of ADIG, he's the one who put the constitution of UAE. And we played a major role in the start of UAE. Many sectors in UAE we have been started by us, including the banking sector. 1/3 of UAE banks, we are the founders for it. And many other sectors, we played a major role in starting many UAE institutions, including the National Federal Council, which is the Congress, where our chairman, ex-chairman, also was the one who started it, and he was the chairman there. So we, since we were in banking, since we are in banking, therefore we affected a lot of sectors, especially the industrial sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We're going to come to you in a moment with the first question, but I'd like to address it to Ruben, Minister Ruben from Ministry of High-Tech Industry, Armenia. When we talk about the manufacturing sector and a transformative decade ahead of us, using so-called Industry 5.0 to blend human creativity, smart automation, to enhance efficiencies and to be a more innovative environment. But in Armenia, or in your business experience, what does Industry 5.0 say to you and the way forward over the next few years for high-tech manufacturing?
So, thank you for the question. As you have mentioned, this is a way how we can increase the productivity in manufacturing and to like emerge the smart solution and automation. In Armenia, I would like to say that we were focused for the last several years on digitalization, and we put on stage a strategy for starting from 21 up to the 26 to increase the digital level or digitalized level of companies, of private sectors. Still, we have, I can't say that we covered it totally because, again, there is some resistance from the companies. And because you have to be flexible, you have to be agile, and you have to learn. This is something that we have now, and this is not something which will come in the future. So we're digitalizing all the processes now within the private sector as well. But still, again, we have to promote it well. In terms of manufacturing, I can say that in Armenia, like when I'm saying STEM, I'm saying science, technology, engineering, and manufacturing, not mathematicians. Because we have science, we have technology, we have engineering, we're still missing a little bit manufacturing. We have many R&D companies in Armenia. We have many engineering companies, we have many software companies. And our next phase is to bring more manufacturing to Armenia. Now we are implementing strategy of high-tech industry of Armenia. And I do understand that Armenia, so we shouldn't go and compete for mass production. We can compete in complex product development with strong RF knowledge and electrical engineering that we have in Armenia. So in terms of Industry 5.0, we still have potential and we still have things to do in order to bring that framework and framework into the industry. But we are working on that.
Thank you very much. That's actually very interesting that there is some reticence or pushback from the manufacturing part of the business environment, whilst others who are in the more innovative and comfortable with disruption, comfortable with change, are more open. If I could turn to the UAE and yourself, sir, from your experience, Your Excellency, from an investment perspective or from your broad business experience, what do you notice about the involvement and engagement of 5.0 in manufacturing or in other aspects of the economy here in the Emirates and the Emirates overall?
Well, I think really in the time being, it's not really the technology which is really have the effect on the industrial sector. As everybody know, we are now going through a financial crisis, which has just started a few days ago, last week. And that one will be the major really, it's not technology. Technology is at all, doesn't have any effect now during crisis. During crisis, you can't really depend on technology and doing a change in industry. It's not possible. What is coming now is a crisis similar or worse to 2008. So we are not speaking about something which is just coming for a few days and etc. You've seen today Hong Kong index 9% down. There is a very big eruption all over the place. So it's when you have such massive thing, you don't go for small things and look at things which really irrelevant and doesn't have any effect really compared to the real thing which is going on. I think now what's going on in the economies, in the world economies, is something which maybe we will not see in our lives again. That's something very, very essential. We are speaking about something maybe which is happening every century one time only. So it was previously during 1928, now it is coming much earlier. And I think that one is the major really thing which will affect and will be shaping the industry in the next few years. It won't be anything else. I think everything other than that will be irrelevant.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Well, we are talking about Industry 5.0 over the next decade. But right now, today, this week, last week, we're dealing with Trump 2.0, aren't we? So, this is a challenge, and we can discuss it a bit later if you'd like. So I fully agree with you, sir. The short term, everything is disrupted. The table has been overturned, and we need to figure out how to go forward. But in the longer term, I think still there is going to be, a focus back again on, the technology, the innovation to drive the economy.
Well, if they are alive, if this industry is still alive, we are thinking, we are banks.
Okay.
We know what's going on now. You are speaking about all the assets. You are speaking about something which President Obama was speaking about before. President Obama was speaking about Great Depression. That's what we are speaking about,
Okay.
This is not a game. This is something that everybody will be bloodshedding. Don't think that most of those industrial companies, if they are alive in 5 years or 10 years from now, they are very lucky.
Yeah.
That's what we are speaking about, this is not game.
Okay, sir. Well, Bhuvan Shetty of Robert Bosch, Emirates, but with Robert Bosch for many years. Obviously, you are a business at the front edge of technologies. How does your company feel about this right now, the 5.0 versus the current disruptions? Tell us, whichever way.
Yes. For us, Industry 5.0 is a new evolution, right? Where human imagination and the machine precision are coming together. Right? Our focus is on creating smart, sustainable, and human-centric solutions by integrating IoT, AI, and robotics, keeping very deep respect to the people and also the planet. Right? So it's not just about efficiencies anymore. So it's about personalization, resilience, and purpose-driven innovation in general.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you very much. And Mrs. Gita, from your view at Global Pharma, how does it look in your manufacturing environment?
For pharma industry, digitalization 4.0 or Industry 4.0 came only in rise from 2017, I guess. Before that, it was in other industries. While it reached to us, 4.0, and within few years, it is 5.0. So the question is, what is Industry 4.0, and if everything is digitalized then, in 5.0, what are we going to do? So 4.0 is mainly from IoT, from maybe we can say from artificial intelligence, robotics, everything is said and done. 5.0, when we are approaching, the expectation, as he mentioned, to bring in people, which means go to basics, what we had started maybe in 1.0 or 2.0, with the highly digitalized equipments and accessories, focus on people, so they can bring innovation. So we have high technology, we have innovation in together with that. With the people brain, along with that, add sustainability. Sustainability used to go behind, but now add to sustainability, being resilient. So these are the three aspects when it comes to 5.0, and pharma industry started working on it also, and we in Global Pharma also we started working on sustainability. In fact, last year in Make It in Emirates, we were in top 3 sustainable company in UAE. So the journey began already.
Thank you very much. That's a very interesting perspective. And we're going to come back to the human element a bit later on in another question. Technology, innovation, and the human component. Finally, Mr. Khalid Abdulal, from your point of view, and I understand you are more in the logistics space right now as a business distributing a huge array of products How does 5.0, Industry Business 5.0 look to you, sir?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me first? Perfect. So we have 4 elements that we wake up in the morning that we work for. The first one is the right product from Geeta, the right place to deliver the product, the right time where the patient would need the product, and if it's possible, it's the right price. And accordingly, whatever enhancement that comes from the 5.0 would put us, because 5.4 was mainly, as Geta mentioned, is digitalization and putting things into a robotic or technology perspective. 5.0 puts both. It's a hybrid model of humans and the machines. So putting these together, putting the people behind the machine and putting the machines, both will give us the product. So in terms of the right product, we have the precision medicine and with the advanced therapy to deliver to our patient specific to their diseases. The right place would be the enhancement that's been done in terms of the machine, the continuous manufacturing, and putting the product on time for the patient. That is a great advancement from the 5.0 and the new technology being introduced. The pricing, of course, the additive medicine and the advancement being done in terms of the digitization, that will reduce the prices of the product, and accordingly the patient will have more access to the medicine that they might require. So whatever happens in the era of the 5.0, it will bring both together to think about at the end user, which is our patient, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's very interesting. We've heard quite a bit about the technology, the developments in the huge machine learning opportunities, big data possibilities, the IoT you mentioned there, yes? But you've also mentioned the human component and the skills, I presume, the insights, the management skills, project management skills to apply this. So I'd like to start with you again, Mr. Khaled, to tell us what's your take from your business perspective about the challenges, whether it's here or internationally, to find the right level of skills so that you can actually harness these technologies, opportunities in business in general.
Yes, thank you for that. Actually, I mean, yes, everyone is having his experience and more of the learning. However, we need more and more skillful employees in terms of the AI, blockchains, whatever digitization would put us in. We are facing these challenges because there's a big gap. Technology came as it was not sudden, but it was like fast and vast. So that fast and vast gap we need to cover. Geta mentioned that she's having these kind of challenges in order to enhance the skills that we have in terms of the employees, and this is what we are working upon. We will face in the very near future very bigger gap because everyone would like to have these skillful employees, and everyone should pay more. So financially as well, this will impact most of the entrepreneurs or the company into this area. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's great. And I'm going to come back to you, Geeta, on this. So you have you cover everything, but in the manufacturing side, here in the Emirates, how does the skills availability seem to you? And what are the challenges then? How can they be overcome? What's the UAE model for skilling up?
Okay, thank you for this question, and very important question for especially in UAE, because the technologies very advanced we are bringing. Along with those much advanced technology, we need the skilled people. Skilled people for Global Pharma, what we have done is more of Emiratization. So the hiring is been done for the local talents, to find local talents. And especially after the pandemic, the thing is we have to have the manufacturing here. People should be available here so that the quick, resilient adaptation is possible. But we saw also there are many surveys done from the manufacturing plant side that for the manufacturing companies, there will be a shortage of almost 2 million vacancies for the manufacturing industries by 2030. So we need to adapt quickly, we need to train people quickly, and what we are doing, we are engaging with many universities. All the universities here, from pharmacy university plus the medical university, we train them, we do a lot of internships. So once they are graduated, they become part of global pharma, not only from the pharma industry or the pharma university, but from engineering, where the sustainability is also. Now UAE has a lot of institutions where they teach this kind of additional qualification for the requirement of need. So we have started hiring from those institutes to find a local talent, and plus it's a continuous training. We do have the continuous training process and new trainings for the existing workers. So we can see most of our employees are retained plus 10 years, we can see most of, and as we are Global Pharma is part of Dubai Investments, even in Dubai Investments, the return is less than 1%. So that's the retention policies we have, that's the training we have. So that's it from our side.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That's very interesting, very exciting, actually, that you are addressing it in a way that's, you know, really shaping up nicely for the future of your business and perhaps broader across in the UAE. Your Excellency, Syed bin Aweda, you know the Emirates better than anybody, especially here in this panel, I'm sure. You feel it, you are part of it. Could you give your perspective on behalf of ADIG or your own personal view about the labour and skills profile that's going to harness this opportunity over the next 10 years or so?
I think since, as I told you, we are going through an international crisis just started, for the industrial sector, I think there will be a lot of relocation. Relocation for the companies itself, because many economies where the cost of human resources are very high, those companies which are there, I think would not be able to compete with the other competitors in the countries which have a much less human resource cost. Therefore, we are expecting that there will be a lot of shifting for companies between different countries, from country to country, where they can get really a much competitive human resource, because that's really what mainly affects the industry. It's the operation cost. The human cost is the major thing in any industrial entity. Therefore, to be able to, for that company to keep living, keep going, they cannot live with high cost for human resources. Therefore, we are expecting a lot of them either they will be closing or they will be shifting to another countries where human resources are really very economic and very effective for them.
That's ominous in some ways, but I think it's correct. Business will go where the best opportunities lie, and it's true as it has always been for labor and skills and the cost and value for those that talent that they need. Mr. Bhuvan Shetty, Robert Bosch, I know you are a long-standing intrapreneur at Robert Bosch. Is that correct? You're very happy with disruption and creating and innovating and bringing new ideas to Robert Bosch, really a technology-driven company. So how does your company look at the type of talent that it's looking for going forward in the next few years?
So this is a very interesting topic which is being discussed almost every day, right? So ladies and gentlemen, we are today in a super, highly paced world where technology advancement and technology disruption is happening every next day. And we know that there is a significant percentage of workforce which is having enormous knowledge is going to go out of the industry in the next 3 to 5 years. So for sure, there is a situation with the knowledge gap and also availability of the skilled labor, right? The challenge is for true, but the good news is there is a way to overcome this challenge, and also there are ways with digital technology where we can overcome these challenges. I will tell you two scenarios. One is the current workforce, and other one is the fresh workforce which is going to come out from the universities, right? With the current workforce, with the technology changes and the changes happening around the world, it's tough to grab all these things. But you have technologies. I can name something like mixed reality, which is a combination of virtual reality and also the augmented reality. But take an example of a machine operator who is taking care of your large critical assets like a compressor, pump, or heat exchanger or a gas turbine in any of your industries today. There is a chance to equip our workforce with a co-pilot, like an AI agent who can help you to get all the data in your fingertips, right? Help the operator to do his daily job in a much more productive way and give him that accomplishment. So we have tried out these things for the very different use cases, also to a level of helping kids with ASD, autism spectrum disorder, to do their daily life skills with using such technologies. The second scenario is about the new workforce which is going to come and get into the industry, and there is a chance that the knowledge which is existing today with the experts can go back to the system, and the new workforce which is going to come, think a batch of young generation workforce is going to come from a university. You are able to provide them, you are able to make them visualize and also to give them that first-hand experience of the real industrial use cases sitting in the training room. So you will make them understand about the upstream, downstream, complex steel making processes, whatsoever it may be. This is possible today. So it's possible to equip our latest new coming workforces also with the expertise what they need to do from the day one in the industry what we're looking today. So the possibilities is immense.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, before we go to His Excellency at the end of the line here, I just want to tell you, colleagues, we're coming to the Q&A time. So in a couple of minutes, just get ready with your questions or your comments on everything you've heard, whether it's the technology, the future, or the current situation that the world is experiencing. We'd love to have your views and get your questions for our panelists. Just to finish off on the human, the innovation that you need to see in the creative capabilities of talent, and who better to talk about this, especially for the country of Armenia. Your Excellency Ruben, could you tell us a little bit about your experience and how the talent and the innovation, the workforce is going to develop in Armenia under your direction over the next few years?
Thank you. So, first of all, I would like to say, actually, we are working with this issue, with this gap, on a daily basis, because we are working closely with the multinational companies which are in Armenia or which are interested to come to Armenia. And the question after the infrastructure, I think the main important thing is the talent pool. And today, it's in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, it's becoming like a blended mix. So this is about like digital literacy. So you have to be aware about AI tools, about digital tools. This is about domain knowledge, which is becoming crucial and very important because in the upcoming future, just by knowing some like software languages, you will not be able to survive because AI is coming and you should have domain knowledge. This is about data science, biotech, chemistry, mathematicians, physics, and many, many other things. And the third one is the soft skill. So we're mentioning about the project management, about the time management, about risk management, product management, business communication, collaborative skills, decision making, problem solving skills. So this is becoming more and more important. So we have to think about these three directions. As I mentioned, digital literacy, domain knowledge, and soft skills. In Armenia, as a landlocked country, we were always focused on the education, on the engineering. starting from 90s and before that. So we have many programs now within the universities and even many programs on non-formal education where industry is coming closer to the universities. For example, we have many multinational companies already created their curriculum in master's programs, like the same Emerson, like Synopsys, like NVIDIA, like Siemens, because all this, like the need should come from the industry. And we're creating now technology transfer offices in order to bring closer universities and industry as well. We have many programs within the schools, but I would like to say that we should focus on this starting from the kindergarten, because these soft skills and communication skills, it should come when you are a child. Then in a school, we have started Gen NI programs in schools, because they have to know what is it about. You can use AI or AI will use like your skills. Besides that, we are focusing on the legislative package in Armenia, and we are providing attractive environment to the companies. But I don't want to say about like tax incentives. I would like to say about the idea behind that. This is education, because we are providing incentivized taxes for the companies which are going and working with universities. So for each new employee which are coming from university, and you are spending on them an effort, or you are like investing on them, our government is going to reinvest for the upcoming 3 years. For expertise or from competencies from abroad, we are going to reinvest for 7 years. If you are doing R&D and you are creating new products, you are creating new ideas, you will get an investment. So this is all about knowledge. This is all about competencies. This is all about education. And we do understand that Armenia potentially, if we are not competing in mass production, but Armenia with STEM-based education, with strong focus on that, Armenia can become a talent pool hub in the region.
Thank you.
Partnering with our countries, with our neighbor countries as well. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And thanks for summing it up in a way that we can kind of conclude our panel presentation and look forward to some Q&A. I like the notion of the 3 key areas. You talk about the digital skills that are needed. You talk about the domains, understanding key domains of development and business going forward, and in particular, the soft skills that are needed. And that together probably gives you the essence of a so-called knowledge worker that can deliver for business, deliver for entrepreneurs, and deliver for the economy as a whole. So thank you very much. Thank you to all our panelists. Before we go into questions, let's give these ladies and gentlemen a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the floor is yours. The panel is yours. Let's see if we've got any questions. Have you been fully satisfied, or what did we miss? Any questions for our panelists? Think about it while I ask the question. This is, what are we talking about? Manufacturing 5.0. What's manufacturing 6.0 going to look like? Is it going to be when you involved in, as they say, lights out production? So no workers. We are talking about bringing in humans. Is manufacturing 6.0 when the robots take over, the smart machines rule the world? Any comments from my panel here? Any views about lights out production? People aren't needed.
Well, just for information, I would like just to say something about this. Now we are really focusing on things which is future. So we are speaking about something which does not exist right now, which is, let's say, 6.0, robotics, AI, etc., which will replace humans. Who is going to implement this? It is companies. Okay, if those companies shut off because of a crisis, what happens? still they are running behind 6.0, 7.0. There are no future actually for those companies. The main thing is for the companies to still exist. So 6.0, I don't think that we will reach to that level yet, 6.0. I think maybe better to focus on realities that we are now living. Otherwise, if we are looking for 6.0, we are living the dream. I don't think that we will very soon live a realistic thing where many of those industries and companies will be vanishing.
Yeah.
I don't think they will have a chance to reach to that level 6.0 and etc.
Thank goodness for that. And Your Excellency, at the end?
So actually, I don't think that Industry 6.0 it's about replacement of the employees. This is about how to equip them with new technologies and with new tools. Again, as I mentioned, like the complex knowledge and domain knowledge will become like the critical one. And within this like crisis, it's still a question. Maybe we still have to work and to finalize the Industry 5.0. It's like the autonomous driving, right?
Yes.
So everyone was talking about the level 5, and let's like the idea was at 2030 or at 2040, only like autonomous vehicles on the roads. But then, what we see like legislative issues and many others. So we have stopped there. Level 2, level 3, or in some cases within the closed industrial zones, maybe we have fully autonomous driving. This is because the idea of Industry 6.0 was fully autonomous manufacturing. I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you very much for reassuring us. From the panel, there is a future for humans. Thank you very much indeed, panel. And if there are no questions or comments from the audience, I must thank you especially very much. We'll take one question or comment, and then we'll reach the end of our panel session. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question for His Excellency Zayed. You talk about the recent international crisis. So as an invest,
Please increase
Yeah.
your voice.
can you hear me now?
Now,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you talked about the recent international crisis. So as an investment group, how these policies influence your global investment strategy, especially in the sectors like manufacturing and technology?
Good question to finish on, sir. Yes.
Well, for sure, this will affect all the investing decisions. The investments will be very hard, really, I think, in the coming time. Really, I don't think there will be a lot of investments decisions taken by the main investing or investments companies and even banks. The financing will be very hard. A lot of companies, I think, will be going bankruptcy, especially those who have a lot of debts in the market, which is not collected. And those who take really big risks, especially those who are very open in implementing the most advanced and most latest and the most expensive things in their companies, because I think during 2008 it was clear for everybody that it's really very hard to just keep the company existing, just keep the company living. So I know that it is very nice to dream on the next, I don't know, cyber space, I don't know what, call it whatever. But really, when we are not living the reality, we will be paying, because we will not be having any more of those companies that we are thinking that we are moving to the space with it. So I think really now we need to be more realistic and focus on restructuring everything and restructuring our companies, our systems, our everything to the best effective way, because we are going to move through, let's say, the next 10 years maybe will be the most or the hardest 10 years we have seen ever, we will be living in our lives.
Thank you
That's
very
what I
much.
think.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you, Mr. Bouven, Dr. Gita, Mr. Khaled, MBA, Cardiff Business School, and Dr. Rubin from the Government of Armenia. Thank you all very much. Thank you for coming here. Thank you.